Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We all know social media offers a lot of benefits and opportunities, but like has been expressed this morning, I have concerns about the lack of transparency online and limited accountability of big tech companies. And one of the major problems with social media that has been increasingly concerning is social media's platforms' use of algorithms to shape and manipulate users' experience, resulting in individuals being trapped in what we call the filter bubble. The filter bubble can be particularly troubling for younger users. For example, a recent Wall Street Journal article described in detail how Tick-Tock's algorithm serves up sex and drug videos to minors. I have a bill, the Filter Bubble Transparency Act, and another bill called the PACT Act that would make significant strides in addressing the lack of transparency online. And importantly, the Filter Bubble Transparency Act would give consumers the option to engage with internet platforms without being manipulated by opaque algorithms. So let me just ask you, do you believe consumers should be able to use social media platforms without being manipulated by algorithms designed to keep them engaged on the platform? Mr. Beckerman, start with you, then we'll go Ms. Miller and Ms. Stout.
Yes, Senator, we agree that there needs to be transparency in the way algorithms work and additional choice for individuals as they're using them.
Ms. Miller?
Senator, we do provide transparency in the way that our systems and practices work.
Ms. Stout?
Senator Thune, it's important to understand that what we apply algorithms to is a very small set of content, and we do provide transparency to our users, where users get to select interest categories that then determine the kind of content that they're served up. But it's not an unlimited list or set of user-generated content. It's quite narrow.
But I don't know that you or Ms. Miller really answered the question, and that is, should consumers who use these social media platforms be able to use them without being manipulated by algorithms?
Senator, yes, I agree with you.
Ms. Miller?
Yes, Senator.
Mr. Beckerman, what's your response to the Wall Street Journal article that described in detail how Tick-Tock's algorithm serves up sex and drug videos to minors?
Senator, thank you for the question. Sex and drugs or violations of our community guidelines have no place on Tick-Tock. As it relates to the Wall Street Journal article, we disagree with that being an authentic experience that an actual user would have.
Your platform is perhaps more driven by algorithms than any other social media platform available today, more so even than Facebook. Unlike Facebook, Tick-Tock's algorithm is not constrained by a user's social network. On July 29, 2020, Tick-Tock's former CEO, Kevin Meyer, wrote, and I quote, that we believe all companies should disclose their algorithms, moderation policies, and data flows to regulators, end quote. Tick-Tock also states on its website that it makes Tick-Tock source code available for testing and evaluation to guests at its Transparency and Accountability Center. Has Tick-Tock disclosed their algorithms, moderation policies, and data flows to any federal or state regulators?
Senator, yes. I mean, as we pointed out, we do have these transparency centers, and we've done, I think over 100 tours with members of the Senate, their staff, and others in the U.S. government, and we'd be happy to continue to be transparent in how that works. And
I think maybe that Senator Blumenthal maybe touched on this, but in keeping with Tick-Tock's disclosure practices announced in July of 2020, would you commit to providing Tick-Tock's algorithms, moderation policies, and data flows to this committee so that we may have independent experts review them?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Miller, does YouTube engage in efforts to change its users' attitudes, behaviors, or influence its users in any way?
Senator, when users come to YouTube, they come to search and discover all types of content. For example, how to bake bread, to watch a church service, or to do exercise. And as a result, they are introduced to a diversity of content that isn't based on a particular network that they are a part of. In so doing, there may be additional videos that are recommended to them based on some signals, but those signals will be overridden to make sure that we are not recommending harmful content.
Back to Mr. Beckerman. All Chinese internet companies are compelled by China's national intelligence law to turn over any and all data that the government demands, and that power is not limited by China's borders. Has Tick-Tock provided data to the Chinese government on Chinese persons living in the United States or elsewhere outside of China?
No, Senator. Tick-Tock is also not available in China, and as I'd like to point out that our servers with U.S. data are stored in the United States.
Does Tick-Tock censor videos of Tank Man, the famous video of the young man who stood his ground in front of a procession of Chinese Army tanks during the 1989 Tiananmen Square crackdown in Beijing?
No, Senator. You can find that content on Tick-Tock if you search for it.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would suggest that, as has already been pointed out on the committee, that I think there are a number of things that we need to address. Congress needs to be heard from in this space, and particularly with respect to the use of algorithms and the way that users are manipulated, and as you've all already pointed out, particularly young people. So I hope that we can move quickly and directly and in a meaningful way to address this issue. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we have strong bipartisan consensus on that issue. Thank you, Senator Thune.